Okay, hey guys, today is January 13th. It is the morning of my secret procedure. We are getting an ERA test done. That's the biopsy. I'm gonna come back and explain more what it is, but I am super nervous. I'm trying to stay calm and get ready to take some painkillers in a few minutes, but I've heard that this procedure hurts a lot, but it gives you a lot of information on to why you are not holding on to a PGS tested embryo when everything looks like you should. So I'm going to come back and explain everything that happened, how we got to this point, and if it hurt, if it didn't hurt. Some people say they cry the whole time, some people say it's not that bad. So I'll give you my take on it, but I just thought I'd come up here and share my pre-op emotions right now. So I'm excited, but I'm nervous, and I'm hoping that I'm not gonna have to do it again, and I'm hoping that we get some answers from this, and I'm hoping it doesn't hurt. So talk to you in a minute. Back to my channel, You, Me, and Faith to Conceive. My name is Jasmine Lovett, and you just saw a clip, I guess, earlier about this video. So we did a thing. We had a procedure done called the ERA, and it's fun because one of you mentioned to me in the comments, I think April mentioned to me in the comments about getting it done, and she had no idea that we were already on the road to the ERA procedure. So what it is an endometrial receptive analysis. It's a biopsy of your lining. So what we did was we still had to do like a mock cycle of like we're gonna do a transfer. So I had to take the birth control, I had to take the estradiol, I had to do the progesterone shots for 5 days, and instead of doing a transfer, they did a biopsy on my lining. And when I tell you it hurt, it hurt. People are not exaggerating. I've watched lots of videos, people saying, oh, it wasn't that bad, and then I watched people saying that they cried and had to be held down. I was somewhere in between that because I think I was more terrified about the pain that I was going to feel. So I was crying before they actually like did it. Once they put the catheter in there, the speculum in there and the catheter, I was just like gone. Like I was crying and I was just not ready for what was about to happen. And my doctor was like, okay, I'm gonna need you to count. When I count to 3, I want you to cough 2 times. So she counted to 3 and I coughed 2 times. And then I felt that pain and she said, count to 5, count to 5. And my nurse all breathing, DJ's like holding my hand. I was counting to 5, crying, and it hurt. But it only lasts 5 seconds. Like after they were done, it's still kind of like, you still could feel like the remnants that they were in there, but it wasn't as intense as it was of her actually scraping it up. So, whew. What I did to prepare for it, I took 3 Tylenol, and I took 3 Tylenol, and I did a shot of alcohol. Sorry, before I went there because I didn't want to feel anything. But I guess it helped a little bit. I can't imagine what it'd be like if I didn't do that. And then I took some Tylenol like a couple hours after because I started to feel cramping and bloating again. But it's nothing I want to repeat. And my nurse said, my doctor said I wouldn't have to do it again. So I hope that I don't. But I went through all of that for the results that's going to come in 2 weeks. So they said it's a test that's going to let you know when is the optimal time for you to do an embryo transfer. Some women all have like the same transfer window. Most of the 80% of women have the same transfer window. And then there's a small percentage, like 35 to 25% of women that do not. So that being said, it could come back that I'm post-receptive or pre-receptive or receptive. If I'm receptive, that means they're doing everything right. The timing is perfect for me to transfer. If I'm post-receptive, that means that I might need a little bit more progesterone or another day. Or if I'm pre-receptive, I might need less progesterone or a day, or vice versa. Look this stuff up because I might be getting it mixed up, but I think that's what it is. So we were like all set on not doing this not doing this. We were all set on taking a break, taking about 2 months off and starting back up in March to do a transfer. And one, because I was tired of doing all this medicine. I was tired of how big I was getting, and my face is breaking out really bad. Like every time I start the estradiol, my chin dries out really bad, and it starts looking leathery, and the skin starts peeling off, and it also starts doing on the side of my nose, and it itches really bad. So I get an allergic reaction from that. So I wanted to give my face a break. I wanted to give my body a break. And then I didn't want to do ERA because it hurt. And I was like, they were like, oh, and it's $600 and, you know, it's not part of your plan. So you have to pay that out of pocket. And, you know, I was just like, okay, it's the holidays. We don't have $600 laying around. It's just not meant for us to take it. I was like, we just gonna not do it. And then DJ was like, he wished we could still keep doing transfers, but it's my body. And he was gonna just, you know, agree with whatever I agreed with to rest or whatever. And that's what we were gonna do. And I was like, we just don't have that money. Like, we just didn't, because it was December. We had to get gifts for our big old families. We just did not have $600 sitting around. Okay, so anyway, we got in our head, we're not gonna do it. Cycle day 1 comes. I get home from work. I'm like, it's cycle day 1. I guess I just won't call my nurse or anything. And then DJ gets home and he checks the mail. So how about he gets a check in the mail for $650 on cycle day 1? $650. Y'all, that's God, because the next day would be cycle day 2, and that would be the day where I would have to let Dawn know, or not Dawn, well, my nurse know if it was going to be or not going to be. And we were like, this is exactly what we need for the procedure and for the all the doctor's visits, for the lining checks, because I would have to pay the copay every time, because this is not a part of our plan, and it's not covered. So we're like, okay, God, we're gonna do the ERA. We didn't tell our family or anything. We just went ahead and called the nurse. I let her know that we were gonna do it. And we just secretly been taking the medicine during the holidays. Nobody noticed I was, you know, taking my meds and stuff like that. Like when my alarm went off, I got it right before they noticed what I was doing. And nobody knew. And I think that gave us less pressure too, because nobody's asking us questions or telling us what they think we should do and all that stuff. So that was peaceful. And we didn't even tell you guys we were doing it, because I just wanted to get past it first. So we paid for it, we did it, and now we're waiting 2 weeks to let us know what the results are. So we're praying that this is the missing key. We're praying that we're going to get some answers and that we won't have any more miscarriages. Oh, and I also found out that my last cycle was a miscarriage. They didn't tell me, so, but I knew because I took a pregnancy test after they told me it wasn't, you know, it wasn't sticking or it wasn't positive. I was like, I still feel sick. So I took a test, but of course the line was very faint. So I was like, it must have been a chemical. But on the paperwork yesterday, they had it marked as 3 transfers, and then 2 of the transfers were a miscarriage. So we're praying that this test will be the answer to why, you know, we miscarry or can't get it to stick, because on paperwork my body looks healthy. I should be able to carry a baby. I should be able to get pregnant. Like, all our PGS tested embryos are always hatching, and it's just something missing for us to, you know, conceive. So we're like, God, if this was it, we'll be so grateful and so happy. It's just crazy how the money just showed up on cycle day 1, so we're feeling good about it. But another thing, with this you also get an endometrial scratch, because they're scratching off your flesh. I'm sorry, that's what they're doing. They're scratching your flesh out, and they're scratching the lining of your uterus. So we're not going to waste that. We're going to go ahead and do a next transfer. By the time it's time to implant, we'll know, our results will be back, and we'll know what time we need to do it. So we're waiting for cycle day 1. And then once cycle day 1 gets here, I'll be back on birth control and so on and so forth. And before it's time to do, you know, progesterone shots and stuff like that, we would have already gotten our results back. It takes 2 weeks, and then we'll know. So thank you guys for your prayers, all the comments on the last video. Y'all don't know how much it touched my heart. It helped me. It just let me realize that, you know, this is bigger than us, and that you guys are with us. And I know that your prayers are helping us to get through this as well. And I just appreciate it a lot. And I want to congratulate everybody that's starting their IVF journey or trying to conceive or have conceived since they've been watching this. Congratulations. And you guys will start your new channels. I'm watching your channels. I'm enjoying it. I can't wait to see what happens and where you go on this journey. So thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me. And I will talk to you guys later once I know what the results are. Prayers and baby dust. Bye.